One thing fans of the original Resident Evil 4 will remember are the gory, brutal death animations towards Leon. Things like Dr. Salvador chainsawing Leon's head clean off, or the Novistadors throwing up acid on his face, melting it down to the skull. These were extremely brutal and gory death animations, and I would argue Resident Evil 4 to this day still has the most brutal death animations in the series. Because after 4, 5 and 6 really toned down the death animations towards the characters, and especially in 7 and 8, because those are in first person, you don't really see what's really going on with the character Ethan. Now, we do have 2 and 3 reimaginings, and those do have their fair share of gory deaths, but compared to 4, they're still lightweight in my opinion. Now, that makes me wonder what they're going to do with Resident Evil 4 reimagining. Will they stay true to the original and have those brutal death animations that the original had, or are they going to tone it down like they have done since that game and have brutal death animations but not to the level of what 4 was? I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that they'll stay true to what the original brought in, because to me that was a really unique aspect of Resident Evil 4 were those death animations. Every one of them was like a Mortal Kombat fatality almost. I mean, they were just so unique and memorable that I would love to see the reimagining bring something like that into this game and have plenty of just brutal finishers towards Leon should you fail to, take down the enemy or whatever. And I really don't understand why they would tone that down, because when you look at the modern day Resident Evil games, they tone down the character that you play as death animations, but everything else is still extremely gory. Take Resident Evil 2 Reimagining, for example. If you shoot a zombie with a shotgun, you can see that detail really well. Like, there's so much detail from the shotgun blast hitting the zombie. And if you shoot them point blank range with the shotgun right to the face, their head explodes. So there's like a whole lot of gory detail towards like basic enemies and stuff. So I don't really know why they would tone down character death animations whenever the rest of the game is so brutal. So hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they will stay true to what the original brought. They will continue on with unique and interesting finishers towards Leon, because I'm interested to see what they end up doing. Because like I said, the original RE4, it was like Mortal Kombat almost with those death animations. I mean, they were like fatalities in that game. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do, but my concern is that what character, or like, could they tone it down because they like cut out certain enemy types and so those finishers no longer exist? Like Dr. Salvador, I feel pretty confident will still be in the reimagining. He's a staple character that many people recognize. He's like one of the big villains of the Village segment, and so I really feel like that's a safe bet that we will still have the decapitation of Dr. Salvador in the reimagining. But then there are things like the Novistadors that I mentioned, the fly creatures that spit the acid on Leon. There's been rumors that those could potentially be cut. Now those are rumors, nothing about that is official, but that is something to wonder is, could this be one of those enemy types that gets cut out? Because Capcom has been known to cut out enemies such as the giant spiders. So if that happens, that's a finisher from that perspective that gets cut out. So hopefully nothing like that actually happens. Hopefully they do stay true to what the original RE4 brought to the table in terms of death animations and stuff like that. But we shall see in the coming months when the game finally releases and we get a chance to play it for ourselves. I'm looking forward to see what they do, and I will end this video here. See you all in the next one. See you then.